My name is Lily. I am 22 years old and I'm studying psychology. When I was 15, I had a tonic-clonic seizure at a friend's house. I had to have different tests and scans to determine why I had this seizure. Now, at the time, I was living in a town of approximately 6,000 people. So, as you can imagine, we didn't exactly have the right facilities to have those tests. My family and I travelled 4 hours to Adelaide so that I could have these tests, which lasted over a period of about a week. After all of these tests were done, we discovered that I have epilepsy. I primarily have absence seizures, however, over the years I have discovered that I also have nocturnal seizures. Now there is about a 2-year period of time in which I can't remember. One thing that I have noticed about living in a regional town with epilepsy is that there's really not a lot of education. You really have to be self-motivated. Your community has to be self-motivated for you, the person with the disease, to be able to live a relatively normal life. People in the city, they have a lot more information. They can have access to information easily. And there are lots of different support groups in the city as well. Whereas down home, we don't have that at all. Mum has mentioned that it would be really good to have a support group for the family members and probably for the friends as well of those people that do have epilepsy that are going through this experience, because obviously it's different for everybody. My experience was different to my family's because they can remember how I was, whereas I can't at all. So just things like that are definitely what we need down in the country. And definitely education towards workplaces and schools as well, especially more than just first aid for tonic-clonic seizures, because although a lot of people do have tonic-clonic seizures, there are multiple different types of seizures and there is not much first aid around those types of seizures. So you really do have to educate your community, which is fine, but in the beginning of my journey anyway, I didn't really know what to look out for my family. Well, it was just kind of a normal thing that was happening to me, so we didn't really know what to look for. But yeah, having to educate people as you're finding it out yourself can be really quite difficult. The school that I was attending at the time was, well, for the first year of my epilepsy journey, it was an 1.5-hour commute there to the school and then 1.5 hours back home, which made life even more difficult because I was already fatigued. So school being that far away did add an extra complication. So yeah, even though school was so far away, everybody accommodated for my needs. So my bus driver, actually, he was fantastic. He used to help me off the bus on the days where I would sleep and be very, very drowsy. And the school itself, they were fantastic as well. The teachers had tutored me. They were there for everything that I needed, very supportive. The staff was also very supportive. They also helped me when I was having seizures, and I am very, very grateful for that. My family have been absolutely fantastic throughout this whole thing. Mum and Dad have done a lot for me. They have organised all of my safety plans with everybody that I've needed to. They would definitely advocate for me a lot, and in general they were just there for me, and I'm very grateful for them. But I am especially grateful for my brother. He has been there for me through all of the ups and downs. We went to school together as well for a little portion of time, so he helped me at school. He would help me if I was just getting lost in the hallway, which you would think is kind of difficult because it's just one long line. But when you have epilepsy and a bad memory and have a lot of different medications and still having seizures. It happens. He just always found a way to make me happy no matter what. I have been lucky enough to have a supportive community, supportive friends, family, school, everybody that I've been around to help me through my experiences.